love to the beat so slow. Making love to the beat, girl, it sounds so slow. I'm in fuck with a G, girl, you already know.
Yo, we back again. Word 'em up. Yo, son, we gonna take a little trip up to Maryland, feel me? Shout out to my sister, yo. You haven't heard lately, I drop a verse daily. I'm about to lay the rose petals for boxing first lady. Ask Cash, she not in it for a cash grab. She passionate when she speaking and make the crabs mad. Ashley's Corner got the news for the boxing heads. Whether you ball, rockin' waves, or you got the dreads. Cowboys bummy, nose runny, ain't nothing funny. These little dummies will sell their own mommy for insurance money. Tuning in on weekends, my favorite getaway. Giving you the boxing analogy every Saturday. Plus she got a hyperlink, so if you got a dime, spend some time and go to bonfire.com/store/love-in-sports, and you can lurk, hit the search, you could get a shirt. If you ain't learned by now, you never will. She got the clever skills where the sneakers are in high heels. All the cats boring now, they was boring then. There's no defeating her. Ashley's like a meteor, with knowledge like a thesaurus encyclopedia. Them other lame channels remedial, make me sleepier. I tried to warn you, if I say again, your ass are gonna. Y'all informants, get the hell away from Ashley's Corner. You lose a leg if you step a toe past the border. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner. Word 'em up. Ash Cash. We in the building, son. Judah Ben. Tell a friend, yo. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner.
What's good? What's poppin', my people? You gotta dance like early 90 dances with the straight face when you're dancing something like that. Straight face. That's how you gotta do it. Salute to everybody that came in the building. Salute to everybody that's gonna see this on the replay. I don't think I've been live this early on a Saturday ever. I ain't never been live this early on a Saturday. What is up, Judah Ben, formerly known as the artist Judah Ben? Israel's in the house. Salute to you, Judah Vision is in the building. What is good with you, sir? What's popping? What's crack-a-lacking? And Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. What is good with you, young man? Salute to you in the building. What is good with you? What's good with you? Hell yeah. I had to go live early today because I feel I'm going to be out the house at 5 p.m. I ain't going to be here to do no live at 4. I might not be here to do no live at 3. So I thought 12 p.m. would be a good time. You know what I'm saying? Go live, talk some boxing. See who want to talk some boxing with me or come up in this joint with me and talk about the latest and the what's haps and this politic thing we call boxing here. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I want to salute to everybody that came in the building. Hold up. I want to salute to everybody that came in the building. It's my birthday weekend live, I guess what you call it. My birthday's on the 2nd. So I'm doing my live right now because I don't go live during the week. So, but I feel good this morning. I felt good all damn day. I almost couldn't sleep. How good I was. I almost couldn't sleep getting ready for today. I'm making fun. I'm making fun today, tomorrow, and I'm off on Monday and Tuesday. So hell yeah, I'm gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about some boxing though. Now I know y'all remember me saying I should, and for real, I should just start making videos about my talking points, so everybody sees them. People that don't watch my live see them. You feel me? And maybe I need to start making more videos anyway. I feel like I reach a different audience that's outside of my lives when I do make videos. So I should just do that. But it's been 2 months. It's been over 2 months when I said that if Bud beats Canelo, he should fight David Benavidez. Because I was like, I know all the Bud fans is going to be like, he's the best and shit. And he's not unless he fights the guy that nobody wants to fight. Like the official boogeyman of boxing, in my opinion, is only one guy, and that's David Benavidez. It's facts. That's just what it is. I remember saying that shit 2 months ago, and I said it probably every live since then. That he should fight David Benavidez if he really want to. If Bud really want to be that guy and challenge himself, he should fight David Benavidez. Immediately, people said hell nah or nah to that shit because they know that Bud can't beat David Benivdiez. But that's not nobody's. Whose fucking problem is that? Like David Benivdiez has everybody else's issues on his plate, but he don't have the things that he asks for on his plate. Other fighters be taking his food off of his plate and without saying shit to him, getting all the recognition, and then fighters, promoters, fans, and everybody in between sit and talk about accomplishments and accolades and say, well, Bud is better than David because he has more accomplishments and accolades. Like, it's not fair. It's all politics. It's all bullshit. Really? You understand? It's all bullshit. Really? It's all hogwash. It's all fiddle foul. Bud ain't the best, and I'm sorry. It's not David's fault. Is that David's fault though? Bruce Gas. That's not David's fault. If Bud wanted to be this guy about 6 years ago and move up and challenge Canelo when he was fighting at a smaller weight class, it wouldn't be Canelo's fault that he beat that ass at that time. But right now, like, Canelo's a different guy. Like, Bud literally gets credit for beating guys when they're not on their best. And he gets like he's the best guy ever credit. Like, I was an Earl Spence fan. I'm not going to deny it. Still a fan of his, but I was a really big Earl Spence fan before he got to a welterweight. I wasn't just going to jump ship and just be a Bud fan. So I had to wait till he lost. And when he lost, he wasn't himself. But Bud got all the credit. It's all right. But you want to come up now, all these weight classes to fight only Canelo to get the strike. But Canelo's been ducking David Benavidez for weight classes, plural, for years. He's been ducking him for like 2 weight classes. It's not David's fault that he'll whoop Bud's ass. David is that guy until somebody got to beat him, bro. Like, that just is what it is. Somebody got to beat David. You're not going to just everybody just duck them and say that they the best, bro. That shit is weak to me, man. It's not. That ain't. Like, Bud always had advantages over everybody he fight, man. Fight David Benavidez. Since you talk about how you act like Tank a scrub. Tank moved up and fought freaking Mario Barrios, and no, not they're not the same fighter. Hell, you not a Tank Davis, but at the same time, did you see the size comparison differences? That could be you and David. That could be you and David Benivdiez. Seriously. If we're not going to give credit on nothing, then do what the man did. Somebody got to fight David. But this what came out. I said what I said 2 months ago and been saying it on people platforms.
David Benivdiez is not closing the doors for a potential comeback to the 168-pound division and face Terence Crawford if Crawford finds himself victorious against Canelo Alvarez. Benivdiez was asked if he could still make 168 pounds now that he's been fighting at 175, which is 25 pounds closer to his normal everyday walk weight, which is 200 pounds, a number that he himself confirmed last year. Henry Cejudo asked David Benivdiez if he could still make 168, implying that if Crawford does end up winning against Canelo, would Benivdiez be willing to move back to 168 and face Crawford? Well, with a smirk on his face, Benivdiez openly embraced the whole idea and said that if that's the case, then sure, why not? Benivdiez said, and I quote, "F yeah, I can make 168. You know, it's all in the dieting."
I think it'll be a good fight. I think it'll be a good fight. David's down to move back down the weight since everybody talk about how big he is. He's too big. David's down to move back down the weight. He's down to do it for Terence Crawford. And hasn't it like always been like that? Whoever beats David is the guy. It's always been like that. Nobody can beat David Benivdiez. Beat up his older brother. It took him 12 rounds to do it, but he beat up his older brother. Time to fight little brother that's bigger than the big brother. That's what it's time for. Okay, let's switch it. Tio. I see Teofimo got fired, and now he's turning to PBC and want PBC to hire him to put him on a card. Tio, man, and this is what I said, like, when somebody be racist, the best thing you can do is just give them no attention. The best thing you can do is ignore them. You know what I'm saying? Don't give them what they want. You know, the fact that he got fired, they told him he's not welcome at Eddie Reynoso's gym and all of that. That's what's supposed to happen. Like, that's what's supposed to happen. That's the example that you're supposed to show to other people looking at what Tio is doing and thinking they can do the same to get some type of eyes on whatever they're doing. Salute to you, Slogan One. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you coming through. You want to be hired by a black man? Exactly what I'm saying. Like, you said all of that racist stuff, and now you turn to the black people. A lot of people does that. You turn to the black people after being disrespectful. Just turn to us. Asking PBC for a damn fight. You can't fight for PBC, Tio. Like, you turn down fights more than anybody in boxing, it seems like. And you be turning down good names. You can't do that over here in PBC. They're going to have you fight the big guys. They're going to have you fight them names. You can't just come over here and strap up and just go pity-pat with a no-name or somebody that's barely known. PBC don't get down like that. And honestly, he don't need you. Like, he shouldn't give you no work. For what? You know how long T.O. been playing at this, I need a new job? He been saying this shit for years. You remember he was acting like he was dumping trash a few years ago? Right after he beat Josh Taylor, he said he was retiring. He was acting like he needed a new job and go dump trash and shit like that. Like, bro, okay, bet. He was saying boxing didn't pay enough. Now you mad you getting fired. Which one is it? At first, it was boxing didn't pay enough, and you were retiring because boxing don't get paid enough. And now you mad because you fired and don't have no work. I think T.O. deserves this. I think T.O. did this to himself. I think Teal did a lot not to fight Devin Haney for all of these years. I don't think Teal has changed after he had a win versus Josh Taylor. I don't think much has changed since he's beat Josh Taylor. Like he's acting like he's that guy calling out Bud and Boots, right, bro? He been ducking Devin for years, but he's about to fight Bud and Boots. Bro, you're ducking Devin Haney. Can't Bud? People, it's an argument, or people would say flat out that both of them are pretty much better boxers than Devin Haney. They're most definitely more powerful. So you're going to fight two bigger dudes, but you was ducking one this entire time. That's smaller than the two guys that, like, he's foolish. He says things to get attention. I don't think Teal means a damn thing. He said no to Sabero Matias. He said no to Elvis Rodriguez. He said no to Kenneth Sims. But you wanna fight Bud and Boots. You said no to Kenneth Sims. But you want to fight Bud and Boots. I don't believe nothing that Teal say. Teal is full of shit. I don't believe nothing Teal say. But how much truth is coming out the man's mouth? I don't think it's a lot. I don't. And he's saying that Boots is ducking him. Boots said no. Bruh, fighters can say what they want when they don't get a fight. They can say this person said no, this person was scared, this person was. They can say whatever they want. But time has shown us that a lot of times fights don't get made, and it's not because the fighter said no. But at the same time, I see Boots said that he wants to move up now. Like, the flip-flopping with Boots is what I don't like. At first, you wanted to be undisputed at 147. That's why you didn't go up and fight Virgil Ortiz. And now that Teal wants to fight, it just don't look right because now you want to go up. Like, bruh, it's crazy because I can't sit and believe that you're ducking Teal. I have to believe that there's something bigger behind it because you beat Teal on your worst day and his best. You still beat Teal. Teal's power will not carry up to 147. It is not going to carry up to welterweight and hurt nobody that's like that. And Boots is like that. You're not going to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? So it just looked bad. And I always thought that Boots had a lot of talent and just needed to call out names more. You know what I mean? Like, he waited patiently when Earl and Bud was done fighting. You know what I'm saying? It really didn't say much or do much for real to holler those names, in my opinion. His team did some, but he really didn't do much. But what was I about to say? I think it's Turkey is what I was going to say. I think Turkey's behind this shit. I think because of Teal's disrespect, and Teal did this to himself. Because of Teal's disrespect to Turkey Al-Sheikh and a few things that he was doing and going back and forth and being all mouthy and all of this shit. Turkey Al-Sheikh has got everybody to hold his hands. Everybody. And Teal, little pissant running around and being talkative and being disrespectful and shit. Like, that's the same thing he did to Bud. Like, these are powerful men that can actually do something to his career. So if he want to fire him, that's what he wanted to do. That's his get back. You know what I mean? And if Turkey can be the person behind the reason why David Benivdiez don't get to fight Bivol, then he can be the reason on why Teal don't get to fight Boots. I'm not going to sit here and think for a second that Boots is scared of Teal. I'm not going to sit here and think that he ducked Teal. I think this is Turkey. This is Turkey. You know what I'm saying? Turkey don't want that man to get the fight, you know, after all the disrespect. That's what the fuck I really think. A lot of people, after Shakur said what the fuck he said, people was going around saying, oh, yeah, he made Turkey mad. Now they're going to rob him when they fight. So y'all don't think that Turkey's behind Boots not fighting this motherfucker now? Or saying no to the fight or whatever the case may be? Like, I think all of that shit could be true. All of that shit can be just as factual as the last thing that people say about Turkey. But I just think I think he's full of shit. For real. I seen Jaime McGee test positive. That shit hit your phone. It hit my phone. Cause I got ESPN and shit. That shit hit my phone. And I just was like, yo, I'm not, yo. Let me just say this. People say that the Mexicans fans, the Spanish fans are the best fans in boxing. And people really like the Mexican style of boxing. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of them. You know what I mean? A lot of them be caught up in that the PED shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think he tested for like the same thing, like high testosterone, the same thing as Arthur Peterview. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I mean, I don't think he needed it, but I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like they hyped the man up with all of these wins, said he was going to fight Canelo, and he did. You know what I'm saying? He lost, which everybody knew it was. You know, and then he got stopped by somebody that don't even have power, and people really don't know like that. So if he was going to cheat ever, it would be right now. When he fought him again for the rematch. That's when it would be, for real. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all hear Carissa Shields? Carissa Shields thinks she's Chris Brown sexy, man. That shit's crazy to me. Carissa Shields is charging people $1,000 to come meet her. I just want to say, it's a reason why women don't do stuff like. It's a reason why she shouldn't do it. All right, it's probably a few reasons, but the number one reason is: can you see somebody like Chris Brown in the industry, but a woman doing that? Like, can you see Nicki Minaj saying, "I'm charging people $1,000 to come meet me"? Do you know the creeps that's going to pull up? Do you know the creeps that's going to pull up? But at the same time, we're talking Carissa Shields here. Chris Brown is different. You know what I'm saying? That's different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the reason why I'm saying it is because hold up. She might Mike Biggs Boxing is in the house. What is good with you? Salute to you, sir. Salute to you, my guy. Oh, shit. I was saying. Oh, okay. Chris Brown is a star. He can dance. He can sing. He showed his stuff online. Okay. He showed his stuff online. He's rich. You know what I'm saying? He's an actor. His junk is still online. Chris Brown's junk is still online. Chris's junk is not online. Okay? She's not nude nowhere online. You hear me? There's no fantasy there to have men pulling up with their $1,000 ready to meet Carissa Shields. In my opinion, she might get a turnout, but there ain't gonna be no Chris Brown. Ain't gonna be no Chris Brown, Nicki Minaj turnout. You heard me. I just think that shit weird, man. It's bad timing. It's a bad look. You got this whole stuff going on with what is it, Jake Paul and stuff like that, and them making all this money with the girls. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. It's weird. And there's no fantasy there. I just don't see the fantasy for you to charge men $1,000. That's like really saying, and people make videos and say women tripping for this, bruh. If you walk up and talk to a woman and she says $1,000 to have a conversation with me, you would call her what? You would think what? That's basically the same thing. I charge you $1,000 for a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Let me holler at you. $1,000. $1,000 is my time. That shit crazy to me. It's weird. I never pay $1,000 to meet a damn soul. I won't. It's ridiculous. Hogwash. Now, I like Emilio Vargas, yo. Am I the only one? I like Emilio Vargas. Salute to you, Anthony Jones. What's good with you, Rick Timms? What's good with you? Salute. She was just in the comments asking Busta Rhymes to come to her fight. She be doing some stuff that a woman that's a millionaire shouldn't be doing. That's just my honest opinion. I think she above a lot of stuff that come out of her mouth. She should be above a lot of stuff that come out of her mouth. And I think she's above a lot of stuff that she do. For real. She to act happy. If you're happy, act happy. Seriously. Oh my God. But I like Emilio Vargas. The fact that he moved up in weight and he looked pretty good at that weight class. I respect that. I respect it, yo, because in my opinion, a lot of fighters be kind of timid to move up and they be killing themselves to stay at a weight class, man. And I can't respect that because it looked like, it's a list of reasons why you don't want to move up. You know what I mean? A belt can't mean that much if your health is in question. That's just how I feel. And a lot of fighters would just kill themselves to make weight. They'd rather just stay at the weight class and kill themselves to make weight. So him being as young as he is, coming up and him moving up to 140, it shows that he don't have no fear and he believes in himself. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, my guy, Abdullah Mason, I've been telling y'all that man can't make 135 forever. I've been telling y'all he hasn't made 130. He hasn't came in at 134, nothing, with some clothes on since he's been at the weight class. You know what I'm saying? And now it seems like he's going to be making weight. So for a title shot and shit like that, like I see him getting a title and moving up. Seriously, because Abdullah Mason is a big dude, in my opinion, for 135. It's like he don't have no more room to grow, and that's not a good thing. Getting the win last night. Oh, okay, yeah. But I think Abdullah Mason need to fight a pulse, for real. He need to fight somebody with a pulse and look good doing it. I haven't really known nobody that he fought. Today will be, or when the next time he fight, whenever their fight is, he'll be fighting Jeremiah Nakatilia. That is a lot of people's leftovers. Tito Machado stopped him viciously. What's his name? Moratala stopped him. In my opinion, it was a weird stoppage. I think it was in the first round, second round, something like that. And Shakur went 12 with him. And that was the first fight that Shakur said that he couldn't pick up the pace because of what another fighter was doing, not himself, because of what another fighter was doing. He said he couldn't pick up the pace because he got hit with something he didn't like. But I believe that was the first time I ever seen Jeremiah Nakatilia fight. Was when he fought Shakur. Then he fought Mortala. And that last person I seen him fight was Tito Machado. Tore him up. So Abdullah Mason should beat him, for real, for real. Abdullah Mason should beat Jeremiah Nakatilia. Abdullah is a growing problem. He won't be at 135 for long. Yeah, I think he wants to get a title and move up. You know what I mean? Hopefully he won't move up with a loss on his record. You know what I mean? They got him close in the rankings for, I think, to challenge everybody with everybody that has a title. I think he damn near close to fight Keyshawn, Shakur, Tank, freaking Loma, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So if he's struggling to make weight, yo, we're gonna see it eventually. You know what I mean? Moving up is probably his best deal if he can't make 135 for real. Don't go in there fighting one of these big guys, one of these champions, because you're gonna get hurt. Speaking of weird stoppages, Gary Anton TKO win over Rancis was a little weird, premature to me. Yeah, it was. It could have continued for sure. It was weird. I ain't even like that fight. It was good when they were slugging, but I ain't like it because of the ending. That shit was weird. And he was absolutely fine. I hate watching fights like that when the referee keep intruding off some dumb shit. I hate watching that shit. But man, shit. Our fighters better watch out, yo. The black fighters need to watch their ass. They float like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. Some people doing it right, and other people doing it to the extreme. Is turning fans the fuck off, promoters and everybody in between. These Spanish fighters are way more entertaining nowadays. I said it. They're way more entertaining nowadays. So everybody else, they're way more entertaining nowadays. We need to get it. We need to, everybody that's fighting needs to throw their hands. Stop leaving your hands in your pocket, bro. That shit is making it so dull. Like, I'm looking forward to see other people fight. Real talk. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not looking forward to see none of them fight anymore. I'm not looking forward to it. Like, it's not entertaining for real. Some of them, of course, you know, but damn, we need to get it together for real. Need to get it together. Yeah, Eddie Reynoso, Jim said, yeah, we were saying that ever since he said that somebody put some dirty tea bags in his drink, man. Ever since Valdez tested dirty, everybody was like, it's that Jim. It's that Jim, man. It's in the vapors. There's something in the air, and that Jim, man, it's got everybody testing all faulty out the space. For real. Keyshawn. I wanted to say this. If Keyshawn Davis move up, because it's going to be a short live. It's 12:38, yeah. If Keyshawn Davis move up without fighting, Abdullah Mason is not going to look right. It's not. I'm telling y'all. I already hear how fans is talking. I already see how fans of Abdullah Mason as well is talking. If he just move up before he fight Abdullah Mason continue to talk the way he talking about fighting Keyshawn, and he move up without fighting him, it's gonna look bad. It's gonna look bad. It's gonna look like he didn't want that work from Abdullah Mason. That's what it's gonna look like. I would like to see them clash. I think Abdullah Mason is very young. He's very talented, but he's very young. And if he wants to beat any champion, he's going to have to keep his hands up. You're gonna have and that's another problem with fighting a bunch of people that's not on your level. You get used to that shit. You know what I'm saying? And the opponent that you in there with can be in there playing with you, and you think you in there, with a regular Joe Blow. In the third round, and the end of the third round, for some reason, you thought you was in there with a regular Joe Blow, because he wasn't doing shit and was letting you do this and letting you do that, and then pop, like he's gonna bang your ass hard. Salute to you, Marcus. What's good with you, Marquis? AMCFSG is in the building. What's good with you? Hold up. Suti, Victor, what is good with you? Is it storming outside? Hold up, let me check the weathers. The weathers. Oh, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain from 1 to 4 phase. Fuck. I don't like the rain. But whatever. It's all good. Let's salute to you, Victor. I don't think I had that much to talk about. I really didn't. But yeah, if Keyshawn does move up, though, if he move up to 140, if he move up to 140 pounds, that man got to fight Tito Machado in 2 years. Tito Machado, in my opinion. He got to fight him in 2 years. And within 2 years, he got to fight him. It been raining. We worked in it this morning. Shit. He got to fight him, in my opinion. And I say this because I don't know if y'all know, but they got some history back in the day. Not back in the day, but in the amateurs. He sat and told this story a couple of times. Tito Machado. He has his own YouTube channel. His story is on his YouTube channel as well, about I believe so, about that when he was in the amateurs, and I believe the Olympics trials or something like that. But he was basically saying people were screwing him over for Keyshawn, because like they wanted to build up Keyshawn and push Keyshawn to the pros and shit like that. And he had beef, you know what I'm saying? Because the adults and people that's supposed to be training him and coaching him was lying to him, trying to get him to lose and shit like that, trying to get him messed up and stuff like that. Those are his words. That's what Tito was saying. And I guess at some point in time, it crossed. It was enough was enough, and he wanted a piece of Keyshawn, and he never got it. So he said a lot. He said he wanted that whole little clique. That's what he said. He wanted to fight Shakur, Keyshawn, I believe Shushu, everybody. He's a bro gonna fight everybody. And I like Tito Machado. I like him. Methodical. Like the bro, Tito Machado is there to knock your head off the shoulders. He's not there to point system your ass. He's not. And for people that don't know, Tito Machado fought Jose Pedraza recently. And after that fight, I believe that's when he called out Shakur and called him out his name and all this other shit. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think he got to see the guy that has been saying all this ish about him. You know what I'm saying? He got to see the guy that's been saying all this ish about his friend Shakur. You know what I mean? I think it's only right. I think it makes sense, being that Keyshawn chose to fight Shakur's leftover, even though bruh hasn't fought in 2 years. He hasn't fought since the last time he fought Shakur, but Keyshawn picked him to fight. So Keyshawn can pick Tito Machado if he does move up to 140. Got 2 years, bro. In my opinion, I'm not gonna stick that dog on you to take your head off immediately. You got 2 years to get used to fighting at 140. Then you gotta deal with that situation within the 2 years, in my opinion. Or it's just not gonna look right. Like, Top Rank, and people forget this until they're reminded. Top Rank are great managers. Like, they're great matchup, like they can put great matchups together. They can make sure they build a fighter and make sure a fighter looks good with certain fighters and certain names. That's not necessarily a D class or C class fighter, but a good name. You know what I mean? A good enough name for them to fight at the time that they're fighting, and they destroy them. You know what I'm saying? So Top Rank is very good at that. And like I said, Keyshawn Davis is just at the right place at the right time. Like I said, like if all of those people that was at Top Rank when Shakur started was still there, he wouldn't be the one being pushed. It would still be Lomachenko. It would still be Tyson Fury. It would still be Shakur. It wouldn't be him. You know what I'm saying? So, bro's in the right place at the right time. I feel like he's going to take advantage of this moment. But if he move up, he got to deal with the person that's been talking all of that cheese, in my opinion. Like, that's just how I feel. He didn't do nothing with Andy Cruz, and Andy Cruz, bro, he stopped him. He beat him up in the amateurs. Keyshawn turned pro, went back, and he lost again in the amateurs to Andy Cruz. But it makes sense that he don't fight Andy Cruz, because Andy Cruz ain't really doing nothing right now, and he hot, and Andy Cruz not. So it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? But Tito, that's a different story when you move up, my guy. Salute to you, Victor, in the building. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat.
This is for the cool.
Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate you. That's why I say get them likes up there. Yeah. I don't know if people really be sending my notifications out, or if I'm just going at the wrong time so people really don't fuck with me. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out one day. Or I'm gonna get told one day. And it's raining like shit. It was loud. But fighters that need to retire. It's my last topic. I want to talk about a list of fighters that need to retire. I'm tired of hearing their names, tired of hearing about them. They're not doing nothing but just getting paychecks and losing for real, or they're just here to get a paycheck and not fight somebody that we want them to fight. You know what I mean? They're just here to suck up the moment and take up space, man. Take other people's opportunity, man. Like, it's a list of fighters. My list is short. I bet you it should be a lot longer. But Andrew Tabiti. I think Andrew Tabiti need to retire. I thought Andrew Tabiti retired like 3 times already. I really did. I didn't think he still fought, but he do. Andrew Tabiti made the list. Need to retire. Badu Jack. Badu Jack is the king of keep my hands in my pocket. Badu Jack is the king of holding the high guard the whole damn fight and not throwing shit. Definitely appreciate you, Victor. Badu Jack, man. Badu Jack is known for the driest fights. That's why he has the most draws in boxing. But bro get a draw more than anybody else in the sport. He fight down. He fight down to his competition, but don't really fight. Like, he don't really throw no punches. It don't matter who that dude fight, yo. He liable to have a draw with anybody. Badu Jack need to retire, like, straight up. Salute to you, Planet 619 in the super chat. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat, super stick.
This is for the cool.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. But I'm saying, Badu Jack, bro, Badu Jack is boring as hell. And he's been like that. I don't even know how he really be getting fights. I don't know how. I thought he retired too. I really did. The last time y'all seen Badu Jack fight, you know you got a fight coming up and shit. You still, you need to retire. It's the second one, Badu Jack, and you need to get out of here, yo. Number 3, O'Hara Davies. O'Hara Davies, bro. In my opinion, O'Hara Davies is like the little brother of Andrew Tabiti. Dr. Pepper ads. Yo, that's what happened when I did it on here. You know, I watched the video and it was like, if you set up your YouTube, your videos, they didn't say nothing about lives, but they said if you set it up a certain way on the studio, you should get more views. And that's what I did. But you saying it gave me ads during the live? Are y'all watching ads during my live? Seriously, are y'all watching ads during my live? It's ads popping up and rolling during the live? That's weird as shit. That's weird. For real? I need to fix that. I need to see what that is. I need to see what that is, y'all. My bad. Well, I don't even know if that's my fault. So, but salute to you, Mike Biggs Boxing. Happy birthday, Queen. Definitely appreciate you, her and super.
This is for the cool.
But yes, definitely appreciate you. Thank you. I'm an old lady. As an old lady, I've seen a couple ads so far. It's 50 minutes in, a couple. I try to click the live. The ad comes up first. Well, when you first click the live, you're supposed to get an ad. That's our initial monetization. But during the live is a problem. I need to fix that. Make sure it don't happen next time I go live. That's not, yeah. I don't like that. O'Hara Davies. O'Hara Davies, and this the only fight that I can really recall, because he don't really fight that much, in my opinion. O'Hara Davies got knocked out by the old guy that dropped Rolly. Barossa. When Barossa fought Rolly, Barossa had Rolly laying on the ropes for a mid-second. When he fought O'Hara Davies, the older guy, Barossa, fought O'Hara Davies in Vegas, the shit he hit O'Hara Davies with a right. That joint was so loud and knocked O'Hara Davies out, right? It was the end of the fight. After the fight was over, O'Hara Davies said the air in Vegas was too thick. Yes, the old man. He said the air in Vegas was too thick. That's why he got knocked. That's why he couldn't really perform like that. O'Hara Davies need to get out of here, okay? You need to get out of here. You need to retire. You need to be done with the sport. Real talk. Sutu said, an ad is cost of us signing into free stuff. I say guys should deal with it. My humble opinion. Okay. But I think it's something I did. Maybe it is, and maybe because I don't think it's happened before. This is the first time y'all ever saying that. And I tried to set up a live like through YouTube instead of through StreamYard, and I didn't like it. And maybe I did something. So all I really need to do is just go through my StreamYard. Go through my YouTube studio and read everything and make sure that ain't nothing happening. But maybe I can fix it, they said. Maybe I can fix it. But okay. O'Hara Davies. Man, and now that I've been hearing what I'm hearing, he made the right decision, even though it was a little late. But now I need to say it again, and he made the list. Manny Pacquiao, bro. I'm not a fan. All right, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of Manny Pacquiao, but I'm not a fan of him coming back and fighting Mario Barrios. What is this? Why are you fighting? And it's like people be trying to just get records or whatever. And he wouldn't even have the record because somebody said, I think Oscar De La Hoya said that I think Bernard Hopkins or somebody else was 46 when they came back and won a title. So he 2 years too early in the first. Like, bro, I am not cool with watching him get. And people, a lot of people do think Manny Pacquiao can do good versus Barrios. What I have to say is Barrios knows is Manny Pacquiao coming to fight. He's not going to train for a 40-something-year-old man. He's going to fight. He's going to train to have Manny Pacquiao on his resume. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? Like, imagine if there was a nice basketball player that just started and Michael Jordan being 60-some years old saying that he was going to fight him in front of a whole crowd of people and it was out and they had a press about it. Are you going to take it easy on Michael Jordan or are you going to show him like being real? I'm just being real. Like this, when it comes to being athletes, is not the same. I remember when they was talking to who was it? Allen Iverson about Michael Jordan and coming back. He was like, no, you ain't gonna get me talking like that or whatever. I know it's Michael Jordan. Like he didn't care how old he was. It's Michael Jordan. You're not gonna just slouch on him because he's old. And Barrios would be a damn fool if he slouch on Manny Pacquiao because of his age. He about to look bad. He's about to get beat up by somebody in his 40s. Or are you going to train your best and beat up somebody in their 40s to put a name like Manny Pacquiao as a win on your resume? You can be one of two guys. You're going to be the guy that lost to Manny Pacquiao when he was in his 40s, or you're the guy that beat the shit out of him because he tried to come back and take your title in his 40s. It's disrespectful for him to even come back and fight this nigga. But everybody knows that he's out of all the champions, he may be the weakest one at welterweight. And, you know, another part of it is Manny Pacquiao is coming back fighting the person that retired him, fighting the person that beat the person that retired him. Ugas retired that guy. That was the last person he fought. It was bad. His eyes looked like little huts. They was all closed and swelled up and pilt over. His wife was feeding him porridge and shit, and they showed it online. Nah. No, I can't. So he gonna come back and beat the guy that beat the guy. I mean, to us, you coming back beating the guy that beat the guy. But to Manny Pacquiao, you gonna come back and beat the guy that retired you. It's in a hint. You gonna come back and beat. That's not even right. You gonna come back and beat the guy that beat the guy that retired you. I don't even see why. I just don't see it. I don't see why. I don't even think Manny really believed that. Is it for a check? You really think you can beat Mario Barrios? It's gonna be scary in that bitch when it comes to like the 7th round for Manny. Watch. 7th, 8th round gonna be scary as a bitch if you last that long. Manny Pacquiao's bigger than Tank, a little taller than Tank, but that difference is there like a motherfucker. Just like when he fought that Japanese guy over there in Japan and got his ass handed to him. It's the same shit. I don't know if this should be a sanctioned fight. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. But I see this is why even if Manny win, what do you plan on doing with that belt, sir? Senator? What are you planning on doing it? You're not going to have a good day at the office. That's bad. You're not going to have a good day at the office, Senator. That's what I know. You're not. A disservice to the sport. Yes, I don't. It's disrespectful. He's not Beehive. It's not the same, bruh. They didn't even lead the sport the same. It's not the same. It's not. It's not. You was being a senator this whole time since you retired. We know this. We all know this. You had a desk job for real, for real. That's one of the pay-per-view. I'm probably sitting out and it's going to be pay-per-view. Planet 619. Why are they making it pay-per-view? Manny need that break. It's because it's Manny probably, but still, like, I don't see why they're doing it. I don't see why they're doing it. Now, is the fights tonight? Do Caleb Plant fight tonight and Jamel Charlo? If so, I'll say something on that. Say my piece on that before I leave. I'll say it. I'll say some shit about that. I haven't really seen the guy fight. They either one of them are fighting for real, for real. I haven't really seen the guy that Caleb Plant is fighting. I heard he was nice. I probably seen both of them and just don't remember, honestly, until, but what I seen Caleb Plant in the last fight, and he got tagged in that shit, not the last fight, but the fight he got tagged when he moved up and weight at 160, I believe, right? In that 160 fighting that. Yeah, that just shows me if he gets hit by some people with some power at that weight class, it might spell some shit because it's a higher weight class. He needs to get used to that weight class before he, be taking shots like that. You know what I'm saying? I see the guy that he's fighting got some pop. You know what I mean? He's bigger than the guy that he's fighting. If he can use his reach, which he's good at using, Caleb Plant's a good boxer. As long as he watches himself and stay defensively sound, he got this fight for real. He should win. But Jamal Charlo has been acting out. Jamal been acting out recently. Hold on. He been acting out recently, okay? I heard him talking about the Haneys. I heard him going, he got loud with Snowflake out the blue, like out of nowhere, talking about Snowflake, wish he was black. He said he don't mind race when people speak racism because he speaks it all the time. So he was referring to T.O. And he got T.O. beating the Haneys because of what he's going through with the Haneys. Like, Jamal Charlo, and I've been said this, yo. If people be thinking I'm hating and shit like that, I said that Jamal Charlo reminds me of a Black Point Break in 2018. 2018, 2019, when I really started listening to him talk and have interviews and go live and shit. Bruh remind me of a Black Point Break, like you remind me of a black rich beach bum. I don't know what it is. I don't know what is the style of how he slurs words, or I don't know what it is. But that's how the nigga, that's what I see when that motherfucker be talking for real, for real. Suit to all things in the building. What's good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you. Thank you. Definitely appreciate birthday wishes. Man, I don't know how he's gonna look. The guy he's fighting look like he got a lot of wear and tear on him, and he might be on his way out the sport, maybe not. But I heard he's doing very good. Snowflake, he's been knocking out shit, but I heard he got a lot of fights too. I haven't seen him fight, but I already got a lot of. I see he got a lot of fights. And I don't know how Jamal Charlo is, and a lot of people look good working out. And if this guy's planning on making a return to the ring, ain't nobody that work out with him is going to tell us that he look bad. They're going to tell us he look good. Shit. When people are injured, they say ain't nothing wrong with him. The whole team be like, no, he look great. And motherfucker hasn't trained in 2 weeks, and they know it. I don't know. Yeah, said, and it's no, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful at all, but that is really, and I've said it to people that really that like the Charlos, and they was like, yo, I can see why you saying that. They didn't even get mad because I was like, bro, It's the stuff that he said out of his mouth. He said he relates more to Ryan Garcia. I'm like, bro, are you serious? You know how that shit sound? Like, how can you relate to him more? How? It's weird, yo. It's weird. He say a lot of things. He do a lot of things. It's just different. He's a lot different from his twin brother, in my opinion. You know what I mean? They might share the same views on some crazy shit, but they're a lot different. When, Jamel Charlo do interviews, them shits can be. I remember the interview he did with Brian Custer. I think he was like, I'm trying to spend my time with you, Brian. And he had on that black hat and that black outfit. That shit was hilarious years ago. He be funny as shit, man. Jamal Charlo, sometimes he seemed like, he off just a little bit. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. Like, he's not really thinking the things he's saying. He's trying to say some shit else, something else than what's on his mind. That's what it's weird. The Charlo bruh better focus on his upcoming job. Leave that other talk shit alone. Distraction. Yeah. Yeah. Because I heard the guy Snowflake is good. I heard he was good because I didn't really get to see him fight. I know he got knockouts. I don't know how Jamal Charlo is right now. I'm telling you, he's saying that he back. Of course, his team going to say he looks great. But is that true? I don't know, man. We're going to find out. It's going to be very interesting tonight to see what's going on, see what's good with Charlo. And have anybody heard anything about damn psychedelics? Have anybody heard anything about the other Charlo brother, about Mel? What's he doing? I seen Frank Martin working out and shit, like he have a fight coming up. I would love to see it. Frank Martin need to get back in there. Like I said years ago, before he started getting big names, because he signed under Earl Spence and because of his fighting style. And, he has the look to be a star. You know what I'm saying? He can have the best resume of a lot of anybody that's been in the sport for the short amount of time that he's been in it, because of who he is and where he's at. You know what I mean? So him fighting at 140, bet everybody want to fight him when he come back. And it's very smart to do so. I actually called that ninja stuff. Yeah, his name is Cornflake. Yeah, Slogan caught that shit. Yeah, I didn't even mean to say that. I really didn't. I don't know what it is. That's the countryside of me coming out, yo. That's that shit. That's why I always call Ryan, man. I'd be calling that nigga mayonnaise and raisin, all types of shit. I call what's his name? I don't even know his real name. I call him Creamy Ali so damn much. The Ali nephew face. I call him Creamy Ali. Fuck out of here. Shit, Riviera look more like Ali out this bitch. It's like, nah. But I would love for the fighters to come back, especially Frank Martin, because I think everybody would be jumping over everything to try to get to him for real. Hold up. Salute to you, Silver. What's good with you? If y'all have any more topics, I don't really have much else to say about today's boxing. What's going on in today's boxing besides everybody ducking David Benivdiez and nobody want to give him his shot and everybody want to fight around him and claim they the best in the sport like the nigga don't exist. He is right damn there. Nobody want to say nothing to David Benivdiez, man. Don't nobody want to smoke. David Benivdiez, I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep pushing it. He the best person in the sport. No matter if Bud stopped Canelo in one round. You heard what I said. David Benivdiez is the dude. He's that guy to beat. If you can't beat him, you're not the guy. Just is what it is. It ain't nobody's fault that David is at this high-ass weight class, but Canelo in the first damn place. I don't think he would be where he is right now if Canelo would have just gave him the fight at the weight class where he snicked him out his WBC title. And he moved up all these weight classes trying to be great himself and really can't get no fights. And I salute the people that really got in the ring with David Benivdiez because it was good fights. They fought real killers. And David Benivdiez don't shy away from no smoke. He already admitted that if Bud beats Canelo, he will move down to 160 to fight 168. No, he said 160 or whatever. He'll move back down to fight Bud. And I said this 2 months ago. And Bud need to fight David if he wants to be the best in boxing. If you want to just say that you beat Canelo, fine. But you can't say that dude is the best until he beat the best. And the best is David Benivdiez, yo. That's really how I feel about that shit. And I don't think anybody can, especially after him being asked that question and answering it the way he did. Can't nobody change my mind on that, bro. You need to fight David, or you just, after you beat Canelo, salute. You beat Canelo. But the best in the sport comes if you beat David. Salute to everybody that came in the building. It's my birthday, and I got to run. Well, my birthday's on the 2nd, which is Monday. But I'm having some fun today. You heard? And I want to come back and see these fights, y'all. So salute to everybody that came in the building. Holla at your girl.
I'm working on fine. Benny X.